Hi there, Steve here again. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened to my drone, my Mavic Mini. It was the first drone I've ever owned. I bought it 5 years ago. Actually, it was a gift. I got a gift 5 years ago of this drone. And as you can see, I've taken the cover off of it. And it was a sad story, but on a vacation in Costa Rica last month, I was traveling up this waterfall and I was following the steps of the waterfall. And I've got some footage, not of the drone, but of the waterfall that I was actually tracking up. And I lost signal. I lost signal either because I was under the jungle canopy, I was flying pretty low to the water, and it was running really fast because it's a waterfall. And I got a signal on my remote that said navigation lost, and I panicked and I just started trying to ease the drone away from the water. So if it did crash, it would just fall on land. But as I was just nudging it along, really careful with the joystick, it just shot over, hit a rock, and went right into the river. And so that's the condition the drone's in today. I did take the cap off, the top off. I was looking for damage to the flex cable. I was looking for damage to the circuitry. Everything's actually fine. The drone flies. The only problem is that the gimbal, I get a message on the gimbal that it's not calibrated, and I can't control the gimbal with the joystick. So the drone flies, you can see through the camera, but you can't control the gimbal, and so really you can't really film anything because you can't really control it. So I've tried multiple things to fix it on my own, and so far to this day unsuccessful. You can even see if I turn it on, the gimbal will actually rotate. Let me see if I can bring it over here. So you can see the gimbal kind of rotates and it moves up and down, and it looks like there's nothing restricting it, but yet I get a symbol or an error code that indicates that it has something restricting it. And so I've watched some videos on possibly how to fix it, and none of it's worked so far. So then I thought, well, I need a drone because we travel a lot. Wherever we travel around the world, we take the drone and we film. So we just got back from France, and we took it there, filmed the lavender fields. It was just beautiful. I'll show you a couple of shots real quick of the lavender fields with this drone. So we take it everywhere. We're kind of used to it, and not having it is just really bad for us. So I thought, well, let me just go on Costco and I'll buy the bundle. I'll get the latest revision drone. I'll have all the new bells and whistles, and that'll be that. Then I discovered that you can't just go online and buy a drone. You can't buy them from Costco. You can't buy them from Best Buy. You can't buy them, barely can buy anything on Amazon. And so I was pretty depressed. I thought I could easily just, buy one and replace this one. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. So I checked all the Costco's in the United States, all the Best Buys in the United States, nothing. No stock, no floor models, no returns, no nothing. Then I found the drone in Costco, Canada. And the drone I'm looking for is the Mavic Mini 4 Pro, only because it's the latest revision, and it's got all the latest bells and whistles, and I really don't know if it's the best drone, but for us, I don't know when the next time I can buy a drone is. So I wanted to get the latest updates and bells and whistles on the drone. So I chose the Mavic Mini 4 Pro, and can't find it. So Canada has them in the bundle, 3 batteries, the RC with the screen. Oh no, actually it was the regular RC with the phone for, I think it was like $1,500 or $1,600. But then you got to figure out how to get it in the U.S. if you're in the U.S., which I am. I'd have to use a freight forwarder. I've still got to pay tariffs and taxes, so you're probably looking at $2,000 when I'm done to get a new drone. So then I started thinking about on eBay. You know, they have some sellers that will ship you direct from Korea, from South Korea. But then I started thinking about the risk, and it's kind of scary. What if they won't bring the drone into the country? What if they don't allow it? And then I've got a lot of money that I've spent, and I still don't have a drone. So then I thought, well, what about the used market? I used to be an eBay, well, I still am, an eBay seller, eBay buyer. So I have a lot of experience on eBay. So I thought, why not? Let me check eBay. And they have actually, and there's been some YouTube videos on some people that have actually bought a new Mini 4 Pro on eBay, and it ships from Korea, and they get it, and everything's fine. It works, it functions. They can download the firmware, everything works fine. But then I also heard that there were problems getting it in the country. Sometimes, the customs guys won't let it in, and so to me it just became another risk. So then I thought, well, if I buy a used one, what if I buy a used one? And that's where I'm at today. So when I'm on eBay and I'm looking for something to buy, especially something like a camera or a drone or a computer or something, I always look for sellers that have records of selling things like that, electronics, that have really high ratings and also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's really important if you're going to buy something used online, especially on eBay, that the seller will stand behind his product. Now, eBay also has a money-back guarantee. So either way, I have 30 days to try out my drone, see if it works, see if it's everything that I'm hoping it'll be. And so that's what we're going to do. So the drone is here. It arrived, and the packaging looks really nice. Everything looks really good. The seller immediately after I bought it, the seller pulled the label, and the thing was in the mail the next day. So I felt pretty good about it. And of course, I'm just dying to open it, but I also wanted to share the story with you and share the experience. So we'll see how well this goes. You can see the X right here. They tried to deliver it to my house, and when it's over a certain threshold of money, you have to sign for it, which I didn't know. I should have known, but I didn't know. So I had to go pick it up today, which is the day after Labor Day. I had to go to the post office and pick it up. Not a big deal. But anyway, it's here now, and we are going to open it up together, and let's see what this thing looks like inside. So again, nice box. You can see it's a nice box. It's got a good label on it. Everything looks pretty clean. So I'm using the old trusty kitchen knife, which my wife won't be happy about, but let's get this thing open and let's see what it looks like. So what should be in here is a Mini 4 Pro. It should be the controller with, I'm having trouble opening, the controller with the built-in monitor. I really wanted to get that because it's just, for me anyway, it's sort of a pain, and I'm not doing a good job of opening this. It's sort of a pain to use the controller when you use your phone, because then you can't use your phone for looking around navigation things and other areas that you might be able to fly your drone. So you're kind of limited when you have to use your phone. And I'm not saying it's good or bad because I've used my phone for 5 years. But in any event, I chose to buy the one with the screen, the built-in screen on the remote. So Mini 4 Pro, let's see what we have. Oh, so it came in the original box, which is kind of cool. So it's the, it's the Mini 4 Pro. Let's get it out of there. So everything is in the box as he originally bought it. Now again, okay, nothing there, so that's the end of that. When I bought this, there's many options for drones, right? Many options. But what I look for, like I said, is I look for a seller that deals in electronics, a seller that has a money back guarantee, has a great track record. 100 rating is good. This seller had 100 rating, very good customer service for this seller, and he sold quite a few electronics. So it looks like so far so good. It's brand new, and another reason I bought this particular one is that he took really nice HD photos, and everything looked brand new. It looked like he hadn't even flown the drone, and he said he just had a couple of flights. And after looking at the pictures, I actually kind of believed it, that it didn't look like he had a lot of flights. So here is, again, I've never opened one of these, so I don't know what it should look like. Any comments, leave them down below. So inside the box, it looks like, okay, the box is empty now. So it looks like we've got the original tags, some of the original tags, some of the original, which is always good. It's always kind of a relief if they have that, because again, it really means they took care of the product. It's still got the instruction manual inside here. We probably won't look at that. I'm just going to probably just fly this thing. But he's got the DJI Mini 4 Pro safety, user's manual, all of that stuff. So really, really good to see this. I don't even know if I have that on my Mini. So really good to have that. And now let's see. So I guess in this package it comes with the case. It's actually a pretty nice case. I don't know if it's real leather or not. It kind of feels like it might be, but it's actually a pretty nice case. Looks like the stitching's really well. And like it looked in the picture, it looks brand new. The thing looks brand new. We still got the tag on it. So again, the unit itself so far is just like the picture. Let's see if I can open this now. I don't quite know how to open it, so that's why we're doing this together. So now we'll open it, and let's take a look. First, let's take a look at the screen. So here's the remote with the screen. It looks brand new. I mean, it looks brand new. I'll bring it over here and I'll show it to you. No scratches on the screen. It just doesn't even look like it's been taken out of the box. I mean, and that's what I liked about his pictures. Everything looked really good, like it hadn't really even been used. And the user said, hey, I've only used this thing a couple of times. So a couple of times could be 2 times, it could be 5 times, but in the photos at least, it looked like it was brand new. So that looks good. So the controller looks great. And now let's take a look at the drone. So he's got batteries out. This thing looks brand new. He's got batteries out, and he's got it in the holder. In the pictures, it looked brand new. And again, you can kind of see here, it looks brand new. It just the rotors don't really have any scratches. This front cover for the camera looks brand new. And everything just looks like it's came out of the showroom floor. So I'm pretty happy with this. He did send it without the batteries in it, which is fantastic. So that looks pretty good. And now let's see what else. He's got the 3-pack, the battery 3-pack here. And that all looks, again, it looks brand new. The battery packs look brand new. It's like, God, they even smell new, like they haven't even been used. So we've got that. And I think that is it for this. Now, one thing I don't see is a charging cable for the battery pack. So I do want to charge these batteries up. So I'm going to look for the charging cable so I can charge the batteries, and then I'll be back. We'll plug this thing in and see how it works. So after taking some time to charge the batteries, I took the drone out the next morning, and as you can see, I couldn't wait to get it up in the air. So, the first thing I noticed with this drone is, of course, the beautiful photograph the beautiful images and the color. This is at a park where I do some practices. I'm a tennis coach. So I just finished a practice and I took the drone out and I thought, well, let me fly around the park and see how it looks. Now the controls, I changed them a little bit. I softened them up a little bit and made them less responsive. So I noticed it took a couple of fly rounds to kind of get that a little smoother as I was panning. But once you get the feel for it, it's like you're barely touching those joysticks, and the drone's just kind of sliding along. It's not herky-jerky like my old Mavic Mini was. It was kind of herky-jerky, but this is very smooth. The flight's smooth. Here I'm flying over the tennis courts. There's a police station just off to the behind these courts. And so it is, I'm obviously it's restricted in the police area, but in the park I'm not restricted. So I could fly around here with no problem. But again, the colors and, the overall, the imagery of the shots were actually pretty nice, and it picked up this water feature here at the park pretty nice. It looks good. Now I will say that on this editing software, I just brought the image in at 720 pixels, so it doesn't look as good as when it was in 4K HD, but it still looks pretty good. So I had to shrink it down a little bit for my editing software here. But other than that, the photos are just beautiful. And again, like I said, the drone flying as smooth as it does was a real joy to fly. And so all in all, I would say my eBay drone experience is pretty good. I think I said the price. I picked this up it was $1,050, and which is, obviously it's more than a new one used to be, but it's not more than a new one is now. And who knows where the prices are going to go. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab this one and enjoy it. I got vacations and travel coming up. We want to shoot. So I just kind of took a chance, and I'm pleasantly surprised with my eBay drone purchasing experience here. And again, with anything really, if you're going to buy on Amazon or from North Korea or South Korea or wherever you're going to buy from, just be cautious and really do your due diligence and your homework on that, where you're going to purchase from, because each one of them represents a challenge. And I don't know if the U.S. is going to get any more inventory before the end of the year. I really hope they do. But if they don't, then you're going to have to look at these markets that I looked at. If you're in the market, for buying a drone. If not, then it doesn't matter. But again, all in all, on the eBay experience, that was really good for me. Maybe it's a little bit of a blessing. Maybe it's a little bit of luck, but I'll take whatever it is because this was a really good purchase. And the drone is solid. And of course, I'll give the seller, a really good rating. So again, that's all I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them with me. If you're like me and you're trying to buy a drone and find a drone, keep looking, keep searching, but know that if you have to, you can actually find a really good product on eBay as an option. So, but again, just do your homework and your due diligence, and good luck. And I will see you flying out there very soon. Bye for now.